Now we're going to do some beam work, okay? So if you have a beam, like I said, you can use it. If not, just imagine a nice straight line. You don't need our small platform for now. So for the beam exercises, we're going to start with a beam forward roll. You must make sure you're looking down your arms as much as you can for as long as you can, and that will make it as straight as possible. So you're going to start, imagine you're standing on a beam. Beams are only like this width, maybe. So I can't stand with both my feet on properly. So as I go down, I have to come off my heels and balance on my toes. Using my arms out straight in front of me and back nice and round. Ready for my roll. And they keep looking to roughly where, if you have a beam, you look to the end of the beam. If not, I roughly predict that my feet will land somewhere here. So I'm going to be looking at that spot. Let's see if I land there. Arms forwards. Ready for my roll. My back is still round. I'm going to look for as long as possible, but I still need to put my chin into my chest when I roll. So I'm going to look for that spot. Keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. Head in and stand. Perfect. If I do say so myself. So that's all you're going to be doing. Your rolls, but looking down your arms as long as possible. If you have something to use, if you've got something inflatable at home, you've got a line down it, perfect. If you've got a floor beam at home, perfect. If you've got a panel mat like me, finding a spot to try to stand on, okay? Doesn't matter if your spot's over there, as long as you're ending up directly ahead of you. Same thing, look down your arms, ready to roll. Keep looking, keep looking. If you do have a beam as well, make sure your hands go on either side or reaching forward a little bit. Don't put your hands off the beam, it's not going to help your forward roll. So you've got to try and put your hands on and roll forwards. Here, look, look, look. Keep looking, head in, and up. And follow it. Okay? And your aim is just to work on those, try and do 5. Each time you're looking down your arms. If you're doing it like this, and you're just looking ahead, it's not quite the same. You need to look and aim down both your arms straight ahead of you to finish your forward roll nice and straight. Okay? Then if you find it easy, you can do it. If you've got a beam, you can do it to stand on one foot, still on that same line. Okay? Just as an extra challenge, but obviously that is quite difficult. Aim is just go feet together and in a straight line. If you have at home something like a dressing gown robe, the bit you tie around your waist, you can use that because that won't hurt your back. If you do have a floor beam and you do find your first roll hurts a little bit, find something to put over it just to make it a bit softer. Okay, but it's not going to slide around, just to take away some of the firmness of the beam. And just rolling as straight and as neat as you can, chin to chest when you roll, and back nice and round, just so there's no injuries. Okay, so that is our beam forward roll. For our beam cartwheel, first of all, it's got to be a straight falling tree. So arms up tall, big kick in front, and you're stepping in a straight line as much as possible. If you have a beam and you're quite tall for it, you can start 1 foot off, doesn't really matter, and 1 foot just on the end, so then you can see how your beam will finish, because some house beams are quite small, and if you try a cartwheel, you'll fall off the end because they're not very long. Okay, so I'll find a point. I have to go slightly at an angle. Actually, I'll go the other way. This is going to be my landing point. This is the end of the beam, so I should have 1 foot here, and the other foot will be straight in front. And then this is the line we're going to use. Hopefully, I'll finish in that straight spot. Same thing, feet together. Falling tree. The longer your falling tree and the bigger reach, the straighter your cartwheel will be. So let's go back here a little bit. Step, straight line, finishing in a lunge. So that's 1 foot in front, other foot is behind, so you're balanced. Trying to finish in a star shape's harder, because you're going to be doing a lot of this. And it looks like you're surfing. It should be like this. Back foot sideways, front foot maybe a little bit sideways so it's wider and helps you balance. Okay, taking a line as much as possible. Big falling tree, long, reach long into it, big push, following a straight line. If you do not have room to do a straight cartwheel, go from one knee just like we have been. Same thing, imagine your line, and you're going to try and push, and even if you just go up, hands still sideways for a cartwheel, push up, into roughly a star and down. Just to then make sure you've got no furniture in this space. Same thing, from uneven. Here, pushing, hand sideways, stop, and then come down. With your cartwheels, to make them harder and to show balance and to keep in theme with our upside down week, a slow cartwheel. The faster the cartwheel, the easier it is to finish and the straighter it's going to be. The slower the cartwheel, it's a lot harder. So then doing falling tree still, push forwards, nice slow and controlled. I had to do an extra movement with my hand there to help me balance. It is harder, okay? Same thing, take your time with it, go nice and slow. You're not stopping yet, you're just going slow and trying to finish as straight as you can. If you're still finding the cartwheel difficult on its own, just keep doing cartwheels on a line. The more you do, more practice, the better they'll be. Repetition. Foot, hands slow and controlled. That was a lot better, I didn't take an extra step. Then, your third part is to try and stop in a handstand, but with straddled legs. So, slow and controlled, falling tree, cartwheel, stop, and down. I didn't think mine would be as good as that, but you're welcome. Make sure, whichever way you choose to come down, that there's nothing in the way and you can come down controlled, okay? And your aim is to try to finish that halfway. This will help with good control for your handstand pirouette we've been working on. So you go from your handstand and turn, you're learning to stop in a rotation, okay? So same again, big falling tree, control, straddled handstand, and down. That one wasn't so good. Okay, so just working again, nice and slow and controlled. The slower things are, the harder it is in gymnastics. If you were to do a slow forward roll, it's a lot harder as well, okay? So again, if you find a beam roll easy, you can do it to 1 foot or super slow. Okay? The idea is everything in as much of a straight line as you possibly can the whole time. Okay? That's it for some of our beam stuff. Grab a quick drink if you need to. We are going to do, very quickly, some of our handstand quarter turns, and then we're going to finish with just a bit of leg stretching / conditioning this to do with the straight line. So first of all, the quarter turn. So if you remember from before, in a handstand pirouette, this is a handstand turn, there are 2 moves you do. You move one hand, goes sideways, and then from the other side, hand goes back again. So 2 movements. 1, 2. And you need to get used to rocking your body weight. So if you're new to it, finding a platform, just use the sofa. Feet on top, and you're just going to practice rocking in a half handstand from side to side. So you get used to moving body weight from one arm to the other. Then when you can do that, you try a quarter turn. I'll show you with a bunny hop first, and then with a handstand. So in this position, try to bunny hop before you move your hand. If you're moving it before, too easy. So you bunny hop and move hand. Same for the second part, bunny hop and move hand. 2 movements, and then you've done half. And then you can do 2 back. Same thing, high bunny hop, hips up first, then move your hand. And then, same again back, high bunny hop, and down. If you find that easy, handstand quarter turn first. Make sure, I'll go this way to begin with. You've got nothing you're going to crash into. If you have stuff you'll crash into, just do the bunny hops on the floor first. And then when you've got bigger space or you're back in a safe gym or here with us, then you can do real handstands. If you haven't got the space, please do not try it. So handstand quarter turn, up to handstand first, quarter turn, and down. And then same, handstand first, quarter turn, and down. Take your time with it. It does take a lot of coordination even just to get those simple hand movements. If you have a chair, Finish it all up. Imagine this is how I sit on a chair. So the back of the chair has partly disappeared. This is where the back of the chair is. We're going to start here. You go hands this way, and then hands this way. The back of the chair stays here, you're not going to bump into it. You practice your two movements. Then if you're confident enough with your quarter turn, you do a half. So it's handstand first, rock to one arm, straight away rock to the other arm. So that's why we did half handstand rocks. So up, half, and that was one of my better ones. I'm on form today. So again, nice and slow, one hand and other hand, just controlled. So when you finish, you should finish nicely as long as you try and hold the handstand and not kicking legs around crazy. Okay? Remembering those slow cartwheels are going to help you get used to that balance. One more, then we'll do some kicks to finish. Sounds a little bit faster, but as long as my hand movements are right, it's just practicing those over and over again. Okay, grab a quick drink if you need to. I'm just going to finish with our leg kicks. Again, if you have a beam, please use the beam. If you don't, imagine a line. If you haven't got any space, do as much as you can on the spot. Okay, we'll do leg kicks forwards first, then leg kicks behind, and then to the side. So when you do leg kicks in front, try and keep your belly button up, doesn't move. Chest stays tall, and you're kicking, but you're keeping your bottom leg straight, and you're not doing this. Okay? You're just doing a kick. You're kicking high enough to feel a stretch, but not to move your body around. So you kick, small step. Kick, small step. You're doing a nice, powerful kick, getting your foot as high as you can, and as controlled as you can. We'll do 6 forwards. That's 1, 2, 3. If you can't move anywhere, just on the spot. 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to go behind for an arabesque kick. You can either do a kick behind and step forwards, or just do your kicks, step backwards, or if you have no room, on the spot. Try and keep your chest where it is, so you're not doing this every time. So just keeping your body up and kicking your leg back as far as you can. This will help stretch your hip flexors and help things like walkovers. So, balance, if you need to, hold on to something, magical gym. Foot behind, kick and down, kick and down. You can alternate. 1, 2, try and stay balanced. Unlike me, kick, chest up tall. Okay, again, 3 on one leg, 3 on the other leg, 6 in total. Last one is the most confusing. You're doing kicks to the side. You must make sure your knee is the way your leg's kicking. So I'm not keeping my knees forwards and doing sideways like this, and turning my leg and going sideways like that. Arms out to the side, try and get your foot behind your hand. I cannot kick high enough to go near my hand, but from a side angle, hopefully, you should see my foot is going in a direction that's behind my arm, without me having to do this. Okay? And again, 3 on each leg, chest up tall, body stays still. You can have your feet slightly turned out for balance. Kick to the side, down in front. Kick and down. Okay? 3 on each leg. When you're done, do it all again. So I'll do 1 set with you. 6 forwards, 6 backwards, 6 on the spot. Or 6 sideways. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then sideways again, you can travel forwards. I have to do it this way so I don't break the magical gym. Kick out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, doing those will help strengthen and create flexibility in your legs. So please try and do loads of them. If you've got a beam, even better, because it will help challenge your balances as well. Right guys, we're going to finish there. Thank you very much. You have been awesome. I have been Owen.
Well done guys, today's workout. You did such an amazing job. If you did it right, you should be looking like me, a little bit sweaty. and it means you did a great job. If you enjoyed today's session, there is going to be the same type of session for the same age group every single week on this day. Click here if you'd like to subscribe, and click just here if you want to check out last week's video. See you guys soon. Bye bye.